Hi, everybody. Welcome to a new episode of The Big Dream, where we interview founders from all around the world who moved to the US to chase their own company. Today, I have the honor of receiving Peep Laja. He's the CEO and co-founder of Wynter. All right, Peep, let's do it.
Well, I'm from Estonia, and then when I was around 25 years old, I moved to Dubai, United Arab Emirates, and I met a girl from Austin, Texas there. And at first, we just, kind of traveled the world, moved to Panama. And after living in Panama for a year, we decided to move to Austin, Texas, because my girlfriend at the time, she had 3 sisters and parents all living in Austin. The sisters had kids, so it's like a big family thing going on. And so I said, why not? So I moved to Austin because of her. And, now we've been married for 11 years, 2 kids. Wynter is a B2B message testing platform. So what it does is that we tell B2B SaaS companies what their target audience thinks, what they want, and what they think about them specifically. How does their messaging land on their target customer? What's clear, what's unclear, what's boring, what's interesting, what's relevant, irrelevant. So companies can make their messaging better and make more money. I don't think anything really shocked me, because when you move to the States, you've seen a lot of Hollywood movies, about the United States. So everything was pretty much like, oh, I've seen this in the movies. Oh, look at that. That's just like in the movies. So there was nothing really shocking about it, other than maybe how many billboards were on the side of the road. In Europe, you don't see that garbage. Here, it's everywhere. So I think that was the only thing that was kind of surprising. Well, it's a nice place to be. What excites me, I don't know that what excites me is specifically about the United States, because I'm excited about building my business, and I just happen to be here. I guess I could be building it anywhere. In Austin, what I do love is like the big founder community that is here. It's a booming tech city, and then I get out as much as I can to hang out with fellow founders. I think my mistakes have really been around lack of ambition at the beginning. I should have been more aggressive and more ambitious when I got started. There's the saying where the more you eat, the hungrier you get, and certainly my ambition has grown a lot over the last 10 years. And I think I would have achieved more and gotten further had I been more aggressive in the beginning. I guess it's like a self-belief type of thing, or what I think is good enough. And another regret that I have is that, Wynter is my 4th business. So I've started a number of them along the way. The first business I started was an agency. And it's still around and doing great. But agencies are just not very scalable. And I think any business is hard to build. So you might as well build one that can get bigger and can scale easier. Because any services business is just very human heavy, and that's a harder business to do. No, I don't think my accent has ever been a problem. In fact, I think it helps because you're more interesting with an accent. People are curious. Of course, your average American doesn't know, Zimbabwe from Uruguay, from Bulgaria. So when they ask me like, "Hey, where are you from?" I say, "Oh, I'm from Estonia." They're like, "Oh, yeah." And then you see it in their eyes. They have like no fucking idea. And sometimes I also mess with them. Yeah, it's between Burundi and Paraguay. And yeah, I know exactly where that is. So I have my little fun with it. I mean, some people do know, but like most don't. Yeah, accent has never been an issue. And also, I have a weird name. And also that has rather been a conversation starter. It's like, oh, is this short for something? And how do you pronounce this? And you know, if you Google me, there's only me. You know, like if you Google Michael Johnson, you know, it's like a million people are named Michael Johnson. It's very boring. And so yeah, I think a weird name and an accent, as long as it's understandable, can be assets. I don't know about North America in particular, but I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a founder, and there's a lot of compelling data on it that a lot of founders have experienced hardship growing up, and that's certainly the case for me as well. Some of it is related to Estonia, because when I was born, it was still occupied by Russia, and I went through the whole independence movement, and then of course there was like switching from planning economy to market economy. And that process, was economically was difficult. It was like hyperinflation and all those fun things. So it was very difficult times for my family. There was like no luxury, like being fed was like already good, and that was not even a given at all times. So there was that going on. I also had an alcoholic father, which also contributed to my personal hardship in life. And so I think hardship has kind of shaped me in ways that have served me well as an entrepreneur, because I'm a go-getter. I'm very proactive. I'm taking extreme ownership, things like that. So I think those qualities would have served me well anywhere. So not really about America. Have ideas and do them. We only have this one life, as far as we know, and so I really think about it from a kind of a spiritual perspective. I'm not religious or anything, but I like the idea of like I am a soul having a human experience. So mostly what this life is about experiencing a wide range of things. So that means you have to go out there and put yourself in situations where you can have a variety of experiences, rather than live a timid life where you do the one safe thing and you sit on your couch and watch Netflix. I mean, that's not a life. The happiest moments of our life, as well as our unhappiest moments of our life, include other humans. And so that just shows how important the relationships. And I would invest most of our time, my advice would be to invest most of your time in human relationships and experiences with other human beings. The work and the other stuff is kind of a sideshow or an enabler for you to meet cool people. So other ballers want to meet other ballers. If you look at like Hollywood superstars are hanging out with the famous singers, because like they want to the like attracts the like. And if you want to hang out with cool entrepreneurs, you need to be a cool entrepreneur yourself. So yeah, that's kind of my advice.
Wow, this was so good. Thank you so much, Pep. Well, Pep, thank you so much for your time, and we're going to wish you all the best with Wynter, and we're going to keep following your stuff for sure.
Thank you.